See, most of the programs the world over think of attacking poverty in mega cities. Okay, because they think that okay, our studies have proved in the case of India, people equate slums with poverty, whereas the poverty is spread out everywhere. That is one. And second thing is most important issue is poverty. All these programs are concentrated only on mega cities or metro cities, whereas the poverty is widespread out in small and medium towns. Unless we attack the poverty at those levels, which acts as a cushion or filters for the rural to urban migrants. Okay. You generate employment in the small and medium towns, then they'll get absorbed there. So the decentralized urbanization enables one person to go into these small and medium towns and generate employment, so that these filters can act as a stimulant for the rural urban migrants to stop there, so that there is no pressure on these big cities. So it's important to have a decentralized urbanization policy to tackle the issue of poverty. And decentralized urbanization, I mean, it's not just job generation alone, it's also provision of infrastructure in these small and medium towns in a massive scale, so that this can act as filters. Okay. And now the India has come out with what is called as census towns, which is still a village, but it has got all the functions, all the other characteristics of urban. So the future challenge for India is how do we tackle these census towns in terms of provision of infrastructure, in terms of job generation, so that the poverty can be tackled even at that level. It's not only town, it's a very small town. Okay, so how do you tackle that at that small level? It's very, very important. And for that, we need to have a very strong state level policy also for developing these small census towns. Okay, they had to come out with master plan, they had to come out with again infrastructure plan, investment plan. So on all these small towns, so that some states have done it already, like what I was talking about Kerala. Kerala has got only one metropolis. Okay. And similarly Madhya Pradesh, it has got 3 metropolis, which is spread out across the thing. So it's a question of how do you initiate at that state level and decentralize this urbanization process, which has been happening in the past. Now we had to give more emphasis on this to develop this whole thing, because urbanization is inevitable, and urbanization also linked to industries. So both industrialization and urbanization will go hand in hand, whether we like it or not. So in that case, how do you plan it and then get a desired effect out of this urbanization is a challenge which we are going to face in the next couple of decades, you can say. There are two issues involved here. One is we learn mutually many things. Okay, one is in terms of SEZ that we learned from China, how to go for special economic zones and other thing. Similarly, that's poverty eradication, another thing we try to do. But where we could succeed to some extent is in terms of urbanization. Chinese urbanization is almost similar to the urbanization in the United States, whereas the Indian urbanization is somewhat decentralized, maybe because it's a big beat from the British, or the policies are such way that right from the beginning, as I said, 1956 we started decentralizing urbanization. Okay, we had urban policy or industrial policy which thought of different cities, not one city. So the investments have been distributed across. Okay, whatever Bombay has come up, Delhi has come up, Chennai has come up is because of the history, not because there is a deliberate policy that okay, there should more and more money should go in. Okay. No doubt now the new government is thinking of even providing high class infrastructure in middle order towns and class 1 towns, which is 100,000 plus population. So this is a very important lesson to learn for many of the developing countries, how to distribute this urbanization across space, and especially a country like China and India, we need to disperse the urbanization process or decentralize the urbanization. And once we do that, at least everything is not moved towards east or moved towards the coastal belt. Even the cities in the middle can also develop. Now, this is a very strong message which we can convey to China. Similarly, I want to learn more about the town and village enterprise from China. Okay, it's very important. How do you take that work thing to the villages and then make them inclusive in terms of employment generation, in terms of productivity. Okay. So it's like a mutual learning process which is very, very important in this thing. which has come out mostly from this seminar also. But we need to explore more these opportunities.